Hello YouTube. Recently I've been criticised for looking at Mumsnet, but you see, if I go into that site and I see juicy little questions like this, I can't help but read them. Tell me what you think. Boyfriend called me a liar. I wasn't being unreasonable, was I? Well, in my eyes, if someone calls you a liar, then that's pretty unreasonable. Personally, I believe that if two people have a misunderstanding, it's something that you can talk about, but obviously not in this case. And here's the original post by Only Fools. Last night my boyfriend asked my plans tonight. I told him I was staying home and having a pamper night, washing my hair and stuff. He works every Saturday night. My friend rang this morning and invited me for a drink tonight. I said yes. Today he rang and I said, I'm just washing my hair and I'll ring you back. He questioned why when I said I was washing it tonight. I quickly said I just wanted to get it done. I was heading to his flat, so I was going to tell him then that I was going out. My hair was soaking and I just wanted him off the phone to get it done. I got to his and he phoned in sick. I told him I had plans to meet my friend tonight. He said I was a liar. He said I'd lied about the reason I was washing my hair. He said I knew I was going out but chose not to tell him the real reason. He was quite nasty. Did I do anything wrong? And here are some responses. It takes as long to say because I'm going out as I just want to get it done. So I can see why he thinks you lied, especially since you only told him you were going out when you had to. It looks a bit sus. However, you have every right to go out without him, and I wonder why you felt you couldn't tell him. He rang in sick and called you the liar. Honestly, OP, this sounds like the beginning of coercive control. I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but it seemed to me like he called in sick to try and prevent you from going out, and coercive control includes trying to limit contact with friends and family. You have nothing wrong. I would honestly view this as a red flag. Yes, you did wrong by not telling him to go F off and then walk out. You don't want this sort of shit in your life, OP. Run for the hills. It will only get worse. And OP replies, no, as soon as I went in, I told him I was going out. I assumed he was at work. Then he told me he'd phoned in sick. Strange reaction from him. Sounds like he was fishing for an argument. Obviously, he is miffed. You weren't sat at home pining for him. Have a good night with your friend, and many nights out after that too. It's because my friend asked did I want to go out. If her boyfriend wanted to out, she was going out with him, so I was kind of a backup plan. But I wanted my hair washed just in case anyway. Strange all round. I understand why people are saying it sounds like a red flag. Utterly equally, had it been the other way round, people would be saying that he didn't want to see you, so he is in a no-win situation. The only way you could be certain is if you had been honest from the start. Why did he call in sick? The thing is, he was meant to be at work. I'm seeing him tomorrow. He didn't tell me he'd phoned in sick until I told him I was going out. Is he sick? Did he ring in sick to catch you out? It all sounds strange. Washing hair is not a pamper night. I don't know why you didn't tell him your plans had changed. I don't know why you were going to his ahead of your meeting your friend and when you thought he was going to work. The thing that stands out most is that you didn't feel you could tell him you were going out when it first came up, and saying, I'm just wanting to get it done, rather than, Jane called and I'm going out now. Did he call in sick just to berate you or catch you out? Why were you going to his when you were going out? Wasn't he meant to be at work? He sounds like he's trying to start controlling you. Wonderful you adds, you did lie though. Why not just say you might be going out with your friend? Why did you go to his flat? The whole thing sounds odd. Are you going out with your friend still? I didn't just say I was going to wash my hair and as a pamper night. I said I was going to wash my hair, like tan, nails, etc. I always go round on Saturday lunchtime before he goes to work. There was nothing strange about it at all. But why didn't you just tell him your plans had changed? She did. Then he said he'd called in sick. Somebody calling me a liar would be a full stop on any relationship there and then. It's such an aggressive thing to say to someone. I did tell him my plans had changed when I got to his house. I was in the middle of washing my hair when I told him I would ring him back. I had water running down my face. I wasn't 100% sure I was going out at that point. My friend was waiting to hear back from her boyfriend. As soon as I got to his, I told him, before he had said he'd phoned in sick. I think you saying I just want to get it done instead of I might be going out with Sarah is very strange. Do you feel like you had to tread carefully with him when you're telling him you want to go out? Is that why you wanted to tell him in person? I think his behaviour is really strange too. OP replies with, he starts work at 5 p.m. I go to his for a couple of hours on a Saturday afternoon, and Sunday is our weekend day together. He just makes issues out of nothing. I was meant to get him a sandwich for his dinner from town. I tried walking into town, but the storm was bad and I'm scared when it gets really windy. So I got to his, and he says he would have done it for me. His friends' girlfriends would have walked into town regardless. I told him that I'd ordered him food from Uber, but he didn't want it. I tread carefully with everything because he makes everything an issue and I'm so drained of it, to be honest. Oh, controlling, emotionally abusive. Are you still going out? And this is the best piece of advice I've seen. Dump him, it'll only get worse. And the poor girl's response is, I've ended up staying in, I'm not in the mood now, and I wouldn't have had fun. I'm just watching TV and trying not to get stressed out. Well, I hope for this lady's sake that she finds a better person to spend her time with, because that guy sounds absolutely dreadful. And she didn't even go out with a friend in the end. That's when you need your friends. Anyway, on to the next story. So, because it's Friday and because I found this one really petty and funny, and then I found the following complaint slips, I had to share them with you. Enjoy. Colleague reported me for this comment. Was I being unreasonable? And our OP writes, okay, I hope I can explain this without outing myself. I work part-time and have my lunch at 11:30. The full-timers all go for lunch at 1:30. Yesterday, an urgent project came up that had to be finished by 3 p.m. I had already had my lunch as it hadn't come through by then. Some of the full-timers decided to take their lunches after 3 p.m. to complete the project. One of my colleagues kept complaining about how hungry she was. I replied, I'm feeling hungry too now. Can't moan though, I've had lunch and I'm finishing soon. She reported me to my manager for rubbing it in the full-timers' faces that I was finishing and I'd had my lunch. That's ridiculous. And here come the responses. Next time you're in, bring elaborate multi-course lunch with silverware, wine glass, etc., linen tablecloth, mini vase of flowers, tea lights. Lay it all out on your desk. Total overreaction to report you, but your response was a little bit smug. Crow's Feet 57 says, what a petty person. I'd send her this link so she can see what a really bad colleague is like. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you, because these complaint slips are absolute quality. Date of complaint, February 17th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. David Thorne changed my homepage, so instead of Google, it goes to a man singing. I did not give him permission to go on my computer. I have changed it back, but it keeps happening. He also changed the P and the W keys around on my keyboard, so it opens the print instead of closing the window. And the plastic bit broke off when I tried to change them back. This is damaging company property. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, March 25th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. Sometime either this morning or last night, David Thorne glued pictures of his face onto the Nickelback poster above my desk. He used spray adhesive, and when I tried to peel them off, it ripped the paper. This is damaging my personal property. He must have sprayed on my desk because there is a film of adhesive all over my desk and my arms keep sticking to it when I am using my computer. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, March 9th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. While I was away yesterday, David Thorne moved my desk into the kitchen and moved the water cooler and bookshelf and the big plant to where my desk was. And he changed the photo of Karen I had in the frame to a photo of the fridge. This is taking personal property and wasting company time because it took me 2 hours to move it all back by myself. He said he was too busy researching UK wasps to help. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, April 4th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. While I was at lunch, David Thorne went on my computer or went on it over the network without my permission, and he photoshopped Justin Bieber's face onto all the photos in my personal stock images folder. He did not have my permission, and he admitted to doing it. This is a waste of company time and a damage to my personal property. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, April 6. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. I got an email from Louise saying that I had to pay $75 for swimming lessons because it's company safety regulations. When I gave her the money, she didn't know anything about it. It was David Thorne, because when I asked him if he had to do the lessons as well, he said no, because he showed Louise a copy of his high school swimming certificate. But there are no lessons. You can't send emails from other people. This is fraud and a waste of company time. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, May 11th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. While I was downstairs in the WIP meeting, David Thorne painted my iPhone white with liquid paper. This is damaging my personal property. It is the 3rd time he has damaged my property on purpose. I know it was him because before I went into the meeting, I said I wanted the new white iPhone. There is liquid paper in the plug that the headphones go into. Action requested. Replace it. Date of complaint, June 13th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. While I was at lunch, a package came for me because I ordered a t-shirt online last week. It was on my desk, and when I opened it, there was a pair of socks in it. And I could tell the package had been opened and taped back up. When I went into David Thorne's office, he was wearing the t-shirt. He did not have my permission to open the package or to touch my personal property. Action required. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, July 12th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. David Thorne keeps answering the phone by saying, "Hello, this is Simon Dempsey." I have asked him to stop, but he is still doing it. Scott from APB Bank rang and asked for a PDF. David said he could not do it right away because it is time for his nap. This is unprofessional and makes me look bad to the client. He also keeps sending me videos using photo booth to make it look like he is on a roller coaster. This is wasting company time. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, July 15th. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. I put a Tupperware container in the fridge that had a sandwich and a Kit Kat in it. And when I opened it at lunchtime, there was a pickle in it instead. This is stealing. I know it was David Thorne because he said I should go to lunch early because I deserved a break, which is what they say in the Kit Kat advert. He did not have my permission to take my property. Action requested. Disciplinary. Date of complaint, August 11. Person filing complaint, Simon. Persons involved, David Thorne. I had 2 boxes of business cards in my desk drawer, and sometime in the last month David Thorne replaced them with cards that have my title changed from graphic designer to horse whisperer. I don't know when he changed them, so I don't know how many I have given out to people. This is a waste of company money and unprofessional. Action required. Disciplinary. I mean, I don't know what you think. I don't know whether that was just innocent pranking or whether David Thorne took it too far. Personally, I think that if I was in Simon's position and somebody swapped my Kit Kat for a pickle, game over. That's pushing things too far, Mr. David Thorne. As always, thanks for being here with me, and I hope to see you again next week. Have a great weekend.